I want to ask one question. How many ads does a business need to create before it finds one that really works? 5, 10, or maybe 50? In reality, most marketing campaigns fail long before they find a truly effective creative, not because the product is bad, not because the offer is weak, but because marketers eventually run out of ideas and budget. One ad performs well for a few days, then its effectiveness drops, so you have to make a new one and then another one. And very soon, you realize that you're spending more time creating content than actually testing hypotheses. Modern marketing is no longer about finding one perfect commercial. It's about constantly testing new concepts, new stories, new hooks, and new creative directions. But creating all of this using traditional methods is becoming very expensive. That's why I decided to run an experiment. Can artificial intelligence help marketers create different types of advertising content faster, cheaper, and more effectively? Today, we're going to test Pippit and its new Seedance 2.0 mini model. And instead of focusing on just one format, we'll create 3 completely different types of marketing videos. A narrative ad, a brand image video, and a commercial video in the style of a content creator. Let's see how this works in practice. Hey everyone, this is Mike. Today's video is going to be really interesting, so make yourself comfortable. Give this video a like. Let's go. Before we get into the creation process, let's figure out why we even need these 3 formats. Not every marketing campaign is suited to the same type of content. Sometimes you need a story that evokes emotions and keeps the viewer's attention. That's a narrative ad. Sometimes you need a different cinematic video that increases the brand's value. That's a brand film. And sometimes you need content that looks as natural as possible for social media. That's a creator-styled commerce video. Narrative ads create an emotional connection. Brand films shape the perception of the brand. Creator-style videos drive direct engagement and sales. Today, we're going to test all 3 approaches using Pippit and Seedance 2.0 Mini. But first, let's quickly take a look at the result.
These cushions? Cloud. This noise canceling? It's an instant mute button for the entire world.
That's the level of quality we're talking about. All 3 videos were created on a single platform. Now let's break down each one in more detail. Let's start with the first format, the narrative ad. This is an ad that tells a story, not just showcases the product. Its goal isn't to bombard the viewer with specs. Its goal is to make the person feel something, so that the product naturally becomes part of the solution to a problem. In Pippit, I described the following concept. A young designer is working on a rush project. He's in a noisy apartment, and only after putting on noise-canceling headphones can he finally focus. I introduced the beginning of the story, the problem, the climax, and here's what Seedance 2.0 Mini generated.
I just need 1 hour of silence. But this apartment doesn't do quiet. One hour turned into 3. And the work? It finally flowed. Sometimes, silence is the best deadline buddy.
The strongest part here is that we're not seeing a list of product features. We're witnessing a transformation. There's a problem, a relatable real-life situation, a solution, and the product becomes the main character of the story. At the same time, it doesn't come across as pushy advertising. That's exactly why story-driven marketing can hold the viewer's attention much longer than just the first 3 seconds. Now, let's create a completely different type of ad, a brand film. Unlike story-driven ads, a brand film is much less focused on the narrative. Its main goal is to create a sense of premium quality. This is high-end television advertising with cinematic visuals, atmosphere, and artistic direction. Here, they're not selling product features, they're selling the feeling of the brand. Usually, these kinds of commercials cost millions of dollars. But what if I told you that this video was completely generated by artificial intelligence on a regular laptop for about the price of a business launch? In Pippit, I introduced a new concept, a cinematic space of absolute silence, macro shots of the product, a stylish main character, and a visualization of noise transforming into calm. Let's start the generation and see the result.
The world is loud. But what you hear is a choice. Your sanctuary, crafted in sound.
What I especially like about this format is its flexibility. We're no longer just making an ordinary video for social media. We're creating a true image-driven brand film whose goal is to increase the brand's value and create a sense of a premium product. At the same time, each new video no longer requires expensive, separate production. Now, let's move on to the third format, creator-style commerce video. These are exactly the kinds of videos you see every day on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. They don't look anything like traditional ads. They come across as a genuine recommendation from a real blogger, as natural and as native as possible. This is the format that works best for e-commerce. The main secret to scaling e-commerce in 2026 isn't creating one perfect ad, but testing dozens of different options. In the past, you had to send samples to dozens of bloggers and wait for weeks. Now, you don't have to do that anymore. Marketing Shortcuts inside Pippit lets you create a large number of high-quality creator-style videos literally with one click. This really is one-click video generation. No complicated prompts, no template setup, no lengthy prep. You just go from product description to a finished video. In Pippit, I skipped manual setup, chose the ready-made creator commerce script, and described the product. Over your headphones with active noise cancellation for employees working in open-plan offices. Click Generate. No searching for bloggers, no cameras, no film crew. Just one product description, and the system automatically creates a commercial ready to publish.
Open plane offices are a war zone, and my focus, the first casualty. I tried lo-fi, I tried more coffee, nothing worked, until I found these. These cushions? Cloud. This noise canceling? It's an instant mute button for the entire world. I wear them for 8 hours straight. No ear sweat, no battery anxiety, just me and my playlist. Stop suffering. Link in bio. Thank me later.
This is exactly what modern social media content looks like. It feels natural and authentic. And if you constantly need to create ads for social platforms, being able to generate videos like this in large quantities without a film crew becomes a huge advantage. Now let's compare all three results. Narrative ad. Story, emotion, engagement. The main goal is to create an emotional connection with the viewer. Brand film, premium visuals, cinematic style, focus on the brand. The main objective is to increase the product's value in the eyes of the viewer. Creator-style commerce video. Fast, as natural as possible, as native as possible. The main goal is to drive sales. The most interesting thing is that each of these videos solves completely different marketing tasks, but all three were created within a single platform, Pippit,
Pippit.
using the Seedance 2.0 mini model. This is where the main advantage of the platform becomes clear, along with significant budget savings. The platform I use is called Pippit. It's an AI platform for creating marketing videos. It helps companies, agencies, content creators, and marketers create advertising materials much faster. During testing, I was impressed not only by the ability to generate videos, what surprised me most was the speed and the cost. Normally, creating three completely different advertising concepts would mean three separate production processes, three shoots, three edits, and three separate budgets. We're talking about thousands of dollars and weeks of work. Using Seedance 2.0 Mini, I was able to switch between different ideas almost instantly, generate new concepts, review the results, experiment with various creative directions, and not treat every new idea as a separate, expensive project. Just think about it. A 30-second story-driven commercial costs about 60 cents per generation. A 45-second branded film costs less than $1. For marketers who are constantly testing new ad creatives, this isn't just convenient anymore. It's an entirely new economic model for creating ads. Now, let's look at the simplest way to work inside Pippit marketing shortcuts. This really is that one-click video generation mode. You enter your idea, choose a direction, adjust a few settings, and start the generation. You don't need a film crew, you don't need professional editing skills, and you don't need expensive equipment. The main idea is very simple: to go from concept to finished marketing content as quickly as possible. This mode is perfect for quickly creating a large amount of advertising materials without complicated preparation. If you post content on social media every day and are already tired of constantly coming up with new ideas, marketing shortcuts becomes a real conveyor belt for creating high-quality promotional videos in the style of reviews and recommendations. If you need full control over the results, for example, if you want to create a specific story or achieve a particular atmosphere, then you should use the prompt input mode. This is where real interaction with the AI creative agent begins. For example, I can write, create a cinematic branded video with beautiful macro shots of the product, or create a story-driven ad about stress from deadlines, or make a native creator-style video for employees in an open-plan office. After that, you can continue the conversation with the artificial intelligence, clarify details, change the mood, adjust the visual style, alter the pacing of the narrative, and try out different ideas. In this mode, the platform becomes not just a video generator, but a full-fledged creative assistant. The developers recommend not limiting yourself to just one prompt. Talk to the AI agent, tell it about your target audience, your client's age, your brand style, and the atmosphere you want to create. The more details you provide, the higher quality, more detailed, and visually impressive the result will be. Now let's talk about why Seedance 2.0 Mini is truly a game changer. The main advantage isn't just in generating videos. The real advantage is that creating and testing advertising ideas has become much easier and more affordable. Modern marketing requires constant experimentation. Different hooks, different stories, different creative approaches, different audiences. Previously, testing all these options required a huge amount of time and money. With Seedance 2.0 Mini, exploring several directions at once has become much easier. Instead of spending days of work and thousands of dollars to create a single commercial, you can now test several concepts much faster. And that means more tests, more data, more opportunities for optimization, lower production costs, faster iterations, more ready-to-use content, and most importantly, a much greater chance of finding the exact creative that will truly work with your audience. So, who is this platform best suited for? For owners of online stores, e-commerce companies, affiliate marketers, partner marketers, advertising agencies, content creators, marketing teams, and really anyone who regularly needs to create marketing content. Because today, the main problem is no longer about creating just one ad. The main problem is constantly producing enough new content to test new ideas without blowing the entire advertising budget. After testing Pippit and Seedance 2.0 Mini in 3 completely different formats, my main takeaway is very simple: flexibility, speed, and cost. The ability to create story-driven ads, image-building brand videos, and creator-style commercial videos. All of this is available within a single platform. This means you can test out an emotional approach, a cinematic approach, and a native format for social media. And you can do all this literally in just a few hours. No actors, no equipment rental, no studio needed. If you create ads for products, services, online stores, or marketing campaigns for social media, I definitely recommend trying out video marketing with Pippit and the new Seedance 2.0 mini model. Experiment with different formats. Try out various creative ideas, create multiple concepts at once, and see which approach works best with your audience. At the same time, the cost of generation remains truly affordable. The link is in the description below this video, and be sure to let me know in the comments which ad format you think works best today. I'd be interested to hear your opinion, and don't forget to like this video. Thanks everyone for watching. See you in the next videos. This was Mike.